I'm going to tell you something right now why this teaching is going to take off around the world. And it already is in third world countries. Is because man was built to rule. And the church has become totally frustrated because we are told that that cannot happen until Jesus returns. They've been lied to. In theology, we call it the postponed kingdom. It's the key to dispensationalism. It's built on the basis of Acts chapter 9 when Israel rejected the king on earth, the nation Israel. God shelved the kingdom through the rest of the dispensation, and now we live in an age of grace with no kingdom present, and we got to wait for the return of Jesus to see the kingdom manifest again. That's a lie. I'm talking to the camera right now. That is the biggest lie that ever been sold to the church. And the problem with that is the church has not learned to reign now. How are we going to reign with Him in the future if we don't know how to reign? I'm going to start preaching in a minute here. If you don't know how to reign in life now, you are not ready for Jesus to come back. You see, you're waiting for Jesus to return. Jesus is waiting for you to manifest. You are presently positioning yourself for eternal rule with Christ. That's what this earth is about. 80 years of positioning yourself for eternal reign with Christ. And that's why it's not equal when Jesus comes back. That's why there's going to be multiple different levels of authority and dominion and kings over cities and over nations. And I don't know about you, but I don't know what I'm going to have. I may just take Sri Lanka, a lot of gold there. And we're going to have a place to rule on this earth eternally with Jesus Christ. And it's time for the bride to get ready through kingdom teaching. And the church today is operating in the permissive will of God at large. God's allowing her to fail. You know what killed Saul? An Amalekite. At the last battle of Saul and Jonathan, his son, and unfortunately, Jonathan was so close to David. They were like strong in relationship, friends. David loved Jonathan, and Jonathan loved David. But you see, King Saul took down his sons as well. And the thing that, you see, an Amalekite showed up. It says an Amalekite killed him. The Amalekite represents the flesh. Saul refused to destroy the Amalekites, so an Amalekite killed Saul. You know what takes down mankind at the end of this age? It's not God. No. You know what it is? It's the flesh. Mankind self-destructs because God says in Revelation 14 that the grapes of wrath have finally come to fullness, that the wheat field has finally come to ripeness, and God says, okay, man has committed enough sin on earth now that we're going to have to cleanse the earth, and it's man's own. Every man is judged not by God. He's judged according to his own works. It says it 5 times in Revelation. Every man is judged according to his own works. Every man is judged. No man can stand before God at the judgment and say, it's your fault. So what we do, Jesus was manifest to destroy the devil. Jesus was manifest to cleanse the earth from sin. His grace has appeared to all men, John 1:14. His grace has appeared to all men. He's making an appeal even through the book of Revelation. The greatest revival in the history of the world is coming in Revelation 7. During the tribulation, there'll be more people saved than in any time in history. It's an exciting time. It's not a time just of catastrophes on the earth and things happening. It's a time of revival and a great innumerable company before the throne of God that no man can number, from every tribe and tongue and dialect. Awesome. The greatest days of the church are ahead. I know it's a time of judgment. But I tell you what, there'll be hundreds of millions, if not billions, come to Christ during the tribulation. It's going to be an exciting time on the earth.